After that night, I believed I would never see Sans or Papyrus again. The experience influenced my life substantially, and I dedicated my time to serving people here as my father had intended since I was born. Then, about 10 years later, Sans and Papyrus suddenly reappeared in Snowdon. Sans and I never really talked about that night, but even now I cannot help but wonder. Where were you and Papyrus for all of those years, Sans? Why were you two homeless back then?
There isn't really much to tell, Grobes. It's a pretty boring story. Besides, the kid doesn't want to have to listen to a long old story like that. Isn't that right, Jeez, kid, not you two. Listen, you two. I have my reasons for staying quiet about our story. Honestly, I've never told it to anyone. Partly because I don't really like living in the past, and also because I don't want my past to change what I've got now. And trust me, if you knew some of the things I've done, I doubt you'd ever be able to see me in the same way again. But if you really want to hear the truth, there's one term you have to agree to first.
That is it! This is the final sock, Sans! I knew he had simply hidden that sock he left downstairs months ago somewhere instead of taking it to his room! This time I will not give in to his lazy ways! Sans will just have to carry his revolting sock as punishment. It is about time that I, Master Organizer Papyrus, imbue proper habits into that skull of his. I swear, what would Sans do without—
But if you really want to hear the truth, there's one term you have to agree to first. You can't tell Papyrus anything I'm about to tell you.
Sans?
What? Sans, why would you want to hide your own past from Papyrus? As your brother, he deserves to hear such information. Why not simply tell him the truth as well?
It's not that simple, Grilby.
What on earth do you mean? Sans, he is your family just as we are. I know Papyrus would understand whatever you have to
know a damn thing about what I've done! You can't understand how this feels even now!
Damn, I'm sorry, Grilbs. I haven't lost my cool like that for a long time. I understand what you're saying, but I just can't tell him. Sorry, pal, but if you want to hear anything, I really need you to stick to the term.
I see. Then, I suppose I will have to agree to it. I will not say a word to Papyrus. If it would benefit you both as you seem to believe. Forgive me, Papyrus, but I believe Sans needs to rid his mind of secrets if he is to move on.
Well then, kid. I guess it's your turn. I'm sorry to even ask you this. I know how close you and Bro are. But if you're determined to hear this story, then I need your word.
Very good, Frisk. You have even impressed Master Chef Papyrus.
You promise not to tell Papyrus. I feel your guilt crawling on your back.
Well then, I guess there's no going back then, huh? Okay. I'll tell you everything there is to know about my bro and I. You might as well get comfortable. This story is no walk in the park. Guess it's time to break a leg then, huh? Man, I've never had such stage fright before.
Sans, what are you hiding from me?
Let's start out the old-fashioned way, huh? Once upon a time, humans and monsters lived in peace. But even during a time of peace, the king of all monsters still had his loyal followers, the Royal Guards. Monsters of integrity and strength. One such monster was known for her unparalleled magical skills and her quick wit, for both attacks and puns. Her name was Ariel. She was one of the elite Royal Guards to Asgore. She was fast, bright, and funny as hell. She could make anyone smile or laugh.
Who's my precious little funny bone, huh?
Especially her baby bones brat, Sans. Yup, I was Mom's first monster kid. I don't remember a whole lot of our times together. But what I do remember is that my mom was really something. She was so kind and was always smiling. I looked up to her so much that I started picking up joke books as soon as I could read. I was her funny bone after all. I had to live up to the name.
I'm so proud.
And even though she was a single mom taking care of a little monster kid, she still trained hard and helped others in the Royal Guard get stronger every single day. Mom and I only had each other, and sometimes I got lonely when she was away. On those days, I'd ask if I had a dad. she would always answer with a smile.
Sans, you have a father, and I know he loves you very much. Someday I'm sure you two will meet, but until then, know that I am always here for you.
And then, one day, both of our lives totally changed when Mom came home with a little bundle of bones.
There's my little funny bone. I have someone I want you to meet, Sans. Say hello to your baby brother, Papyrus.
Huh?
Uh-oh, sounds like someone wants their big brother. Would you like to hold him, Sans?
Okay.
The first time I held Papyrus, I was so nervous my bones were rattling. He was so small, I thought if I moved even an inch he would turn to dust or start wailing.
Hey there, Papyrus. My name's Sans. I'm your big bro. Don't worry, I gotcha.
But instead, Pap smiled at me like I'd never seen anyone smile before. And just like that, the fear went away.
That's my good little bro.
And just like that, Pap and I were stuck together like glue. I still remember how I felt that day. It was like a hole in my soul had been filled in seconds. All of the loneliness I felt went away, and all I cared about from that moment was seeing Pap smile again and again. The three of us were so happy together, and even without a father, we were a perfect family. But as I've learned since then, nothing can stay the same forever.
Look at you, Papyrus. My scarf looks much better on you, huh? You take good care of it.
Mom? What's going on? Why is everyone being sent underground? Aren't you coming with us?
Sans, don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. We're just having a disagreement with the humans right now, and King Asgore needs the Royal Guard to talk things out. Be good little monsters and stay together until I get back. And Sans, be my brave funny bone and take care of your brother, okay?
Don't worry, Mom. I'll keep an eye socket on him.
That was the day that the war of monsters and humans started. Humans, afraid that monsters would absorb their souls and become all-powerful, attacked us monsters without mercy. The humans, with their physical forms, completely overpowered the monsters that fought back with Asgore. But they fought on anyway, even when the monster dust clouded the sky. It was the third day, the last day of the war, that changed everything.
Where did that human go? Did she run away? Huh? Huh? Sans. Papyrus. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna make it home. I love you both to death. Be good. Please take care of our boys. I love you three so much.
Mom died that day, like so many other monsters. The rest of us were trapped in the underground by the barrier. And just like that, Pap and I were alone.